Hey y'all, I'm Carol Corey, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome back to my Creating Corner. I am so glad you're here. And if this is your first time, if you click subscribe, you'll easily find me again when I post my next video, or you can just visit my other videos and we can have plenty of stamping fun that way. Well, there's lots to be excited about, like my box of Happy came. This is the February 2025 Hello Spring Paper Pumpkin Kit. I just love my Paper Pumpkin Kits. There's so much you can do with them. Of course, the projects that are included are beautiful and there's really no need to change them, but there's so much you can do with the materials. We'll see what we can do with some of the materials in this box. And I just want to let you know, this is still February. Until the 28th, we're still celebrating SALE-A-BRATION. And that's where every $60 purchase is a freebie out of the special SALE-A-BRATION catalog. If you do not have a US-based demonstrator and you want your money to go further, visit my online store. Drop me a note. Let me help you see what you might want or need and how we can get the best deal for you. But I know through February 28th, we have a great join deal where you can get free markers if you choose, or all that'll be down below. I don't need to go into that right now. It's really exciting though, and I'd love to go into it. But Paper Pumpkin, if you prepay like 3 months of Paper Pumpkin, you'll qualify for a freebie out of our SALE-A-BRATION catalog also. So if you're interested in any of that, just shoot me an email through my website. I'll have it up top and down below in the description box. Well, I know I want to see what's in here. I know that they do coordinate. This is the last month of coordination with the Spring is in the Air dies. Every couple months, the Stampin' Up! Does come out with a coordinating die set that you can add on, and it coordinates with 3 months of Paper Pumpkin at a time. So this Spring is in the Air coordinated with January, February, and March. It'll coordinate with next month's also. So they're like 12 bucks and they're really cute. You know, there's a lot you can do with the add-ons. But anyways, let's see what's in this kit right now. Hang on, let me get this down to the creating table. Alrighty, let's get into this box and see what we have. Got my paper snips here to get the cellophane, so if it rains, your box isn't going to get ruined. My fingers are tingling. All right, let's see. Oh, pretty. We've got some stalks and long grass. And it says, what does that say? Chives. Okay, chives. Good. Thanks for helping me grow. Oh, how sweet. Happy Easter. Hello, Spring. Some cute little texture and some more texture. Okay, and for a wonderful friend, sending love, and oh, that little circle is very delicate. I know you probably can't see it. It says, for you. Lovely. And it's coming with a Petunia Pop ink Stampin' Spot. There's your ink that'll coordinate. And here in the paper we have, oh, those are pretty. Look at it. That's got all those panels on the front. Nice. Oh, I love the blue. Oh, these are pretty. Let's get in and see our materials close up and personal. Okay, right here in our little baggie, we do have some tear and tape and some linen thread, linen twine. Nice. And here are our coordinating envelopes. Oh, pretty beige. And the green pattern. Look at this pack of dimensionals. My goodness, let's see. That is 5.5 by 5. Wow, that's exciting. Here are some card bases. Beautiful, beautiful. And basic beige panels, large and small. So we've got 3 sheets of these. Nice. Oh, I like this card base. That's really pretty. The blue, and it's got, you don't want to say cross hatches, but a little bit of texturing in there. Nice. Very nice. And some little panels for sentiments. Got 2 sheets of those. Yep. Oh, that's so pretty. This reminds me of some paper that was in the Nature's Sweetness, I believe. Sweet. I like this. I like this very much. And look, it's got a little subtle gloss to it. Do you see the shimmer? A little bit of shimmer there. I like that. That you can make so many ways. You know, dress it up, dress it down. Like it. Look at these colors, would you? Oh, how pretty. It's your herb garden with your mint, your basil, and your chives. Love it. Love it. So there I go, repeating myself again. Yes, retired teacher here. Here's some more. Oh, how lovely. And these are 3 separate little backing, shall we say. Something like that is really nice to put behind a thinner strip or maybe below a strip that has a sentiment on it. Very nice. Or even to highlight the side of one of these panels. I'm going to save this for some crafting later on. Okay. This is a little pocket. We just put a little bit of tear and tape here and here, and it forms a nice little storage pocket so that when you're wanting to look at your sentiments to find the perfect stamp, it's much easier to look on this. Okay, here's where you can see the For You. That was so delicately done. This is that same texture that's on the blue card and on the beige card with the gold foiling. Beautiful. And here are the directions. Okay, this shows you everything you need, and our coordinating colors: Basic Beige, Bubble Bath, Lemon Lime Twist, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Petunia Pop, and Bronze. Okay, and if you're not watching this video, you can always hit your QR code with your phone and watch a video there of somebody from Stampin' Up! Putting it together. And here's a picture of our coordinating dies, which I did have on my table here. I'll pull them out in a minute. Like I say, the dies are like $12. They're a little add-on. But let's take a look at the directions. Look at this. They're pictorial directions. Could there be anything simpler to follow? Well, as always, I'm going to put together 1 card of each of the designs. So we're looking at a total of, this kit is intended to make 9 cards, 3 of each design. Did I show you this picture? Let me show you that. So you'll have 3, 3, and 3. And we might do something a little bit different. But let's see how these 3 turn out to begin with. Let me clean all this up and we'll be getting started. Be right back. Okie dokie, card number 1. I'm ready. Are you? I have gotten out my full-size Petunia Pop pad. I like to leave my Stampin' Spots sealed for, take them on a vacation or whatever. And I did want to point out that with your first paper pumpkin kit, you do get an acrylic block on which to mount your stamps. Actually, with all of Stampin' Up's kits, we have quite a lovely kit collection, and every month 2 new kits come out, and our all-inclusive kits under the kits collection, which I'll have a little link to that below, does come with the acrylic block. And these are great, but we also do sell larger blocks that are ergonomic and have the little finger grips in there, like this. This is one of my favorite sizes. So anyways, let's take a look at our directions. In the Petunia Pop, oh, look at that. It's not texture or whatever. It's actually the flower for the chive plant. So I've got my little stamp mounted. I've got my panel that has the chives on it. And we are going to stamp, just tap, tap, tap. You don't push and smush. So we are going to take this and we're going to put 1 little flower blossom here. And tap, tap, tap. 1 little flower blossom here. There we go. Oh, perfect. Isn't this a pretty color? I think that's just beautiful. Let me go ahead and grab my simple chamois to clean off this stamp so I don't make a mess of myself. There we go. Put those aside. And here I have the sentiment, "Thanks for helping me grow." And that's going to go on this little pink sentiment panel right there. And it's a little bit of pink on pink action. Awesome. Shut that. Put that aside. And now we see the strips. That's for the tear and tape. So we are going to take these 2, and actually these 2, the chives and the mint, and we're just going to put a strip of tear and tape down the back. Now tear and tape is just that. You just tear the tape. Just run a little line down there and you just tear it off with your finger. Easy peasy to use. Love it. And then on the back of our basil, we're going to put a couple of dimensionals. Now I do like to use, I do say everything's included, but of course sometimes you might like to use a little extra things, like my scissors here, my Stampin' Up! Paper snips is always good to have on hand. My Take Your Pick tool is something that you'll see me use quite often. And of course, a good pair of tweezers. So it just makes it a little quicker and easier for me. So I'm just going to grab that, and we're going to put a few dimensionals down, one in each corner and one in the middle for a bit of stability. There we go. Okay, now one thing before I start attaching anything, I do want to fold my card base, and the other thing that I do like to use is my bone folder. You don't have to use a bone folder, but I like it. It gives you a nice crisp fold. Okay, so now we just see we're going to put, make sure you have the opening on the right like a good book, and we're going to take this panel and just pull the little wax paper off the back, and we're going to put it right about there. I do like to usually put these together and, you know, just put my elements together on the card front just to make sure of where I'm putting everything. But when you have a paper pumpkin kit, the pictures are so easy to follow. You know exactly where you're going to put everything. And then this one is going to go right here. Okay, there we go. And now we need some twine. Grab the twine, my snips. When I say it comes with everything you need, I'm serious. Now yes, on my Stampin' Up! Graph paper here, which is great for measuring, I do have my measuring tool, but here on the side of my directions, I have a measuring tool. And the picture says I need 12 inches of twine, so I'm just going to measure it right here. So you don't even need to have your fingers on your own ruler. Perfect. Okay. And we want a little bit of tear and tape on the back of our sentiment. Oopsie. It's just following me. Tear and tape there. Dimensional on either end. And we're just going to make a nice little loopy with our string, just like so. Grab it in the middle, put it across the tear and tape. Oh, let's see which direction it's going. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's just see. Okay. Let's put it across that tear and tape. Okay. Take the little wax paper protectant off that, and put it right there. How cool is that? Look how quick and easy that was. Perfect. And of course, we have the coordinating envelope to pop it into, to send this smile on to somebody. I love it. Okay, well, that is card number 1, quick and easy. Let's move on to card number 2. Okay, card number 2, are we ready? We're going to start out with stamping the sentiment. Again, pink on pink action. Don't you love it? I love pink. This Petunia Pop is such a pretty pink. And this is to a wonderful friend. And if you'll notice in the directions, it says to stamp it towards the right side of the little panel here. So that is what we are going to do. You just go straight down. You don't rock it. You do give a little bit of pressure. And in a perfect world, you let it sit for just a moment so that the paper can drink the ink. That's all the stamping we're going to do, so we can put that aside, put the stamp aside. Now, on the back of the basic beige panel, a strip of the tear and tape. Okay, let me go ahead and fold my card base here. Isn't that a bold, bold print? There we go. On this side it's upside down, so there we go. That is a bold color. And look how lovely that's going to look on top of it. And we are going to be using several of these die cuts. Okay, so we're going to take, on the back of, let's see, the basil's going to take some dimensionals, but the others will take just a bit of tear and tape. Okay, okay. Put the panel down. Let's not forget to adhere the panel. Okay. And that's going to go right in the middle, like so. Oh, did I get that a little crooked? Just a wee bit crooked. I didn't press, so I was able to pick it up. Let me line it up on the lines using my graph paper. There we go. Give it a good press. Now it is stuck down, so, okay. Let me take these cutie pies. We're going to put this feathery over here. And we're going to take this with a little bit of flowers on it over here. Yeah. Not really flowers, but okay. Now, we're going to toss a couple of dimensionals on the back of the basil. Wasn't the basil. That's okay. That one's going to take dimensionals also. There we go. And we'll put the basil right here, coming down the bottom just a tad bit over the bottom. And first, before we put our last sprig on, we're going to put a little piece of tear and tape in the middle of our sentiment for our string. Okay. We need 12 inches. So using our directions, which has a ruler across the bottom, let's get that straightened out a little bit. There we go. Pretty even. Okay. Go in this direction a little bit. There we go. Okay, this one, it's going to cross over, but I have a dimensional right here where it's going to be sitting on that, and it's going to be uneven because when I was putting the dimensionals on, I thought it was the basil. So what we're going to do is we're going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and one side has a piercer, but the other side has this fabulous spatula that you literally can put up underneath your dimensionals, and it takes it right off like it was never there to begin with. And it does not tear your cardstock. So, because I have one here and one here, I am good to go. So I'm going to put this down right like that. Oh, how nice is that? There we go. Perfect. You know, I do have everything a little bit over, a little further over. So let me just move the whole thing over just a tad bit. That's why you don't want to really press your stuff down too soon. And there we have it. Isn't that lovely? No gems needed. And again, don't forget, you're going to pop this beauty in its coordinating envelope. I love it. How quick is that and easy? Let's see what number 3 has for us. Okay, number 3, card number 3, we are going to get done in a jiff. Let me just fold my card base, give it a good press. Here we've got a panel that we're going to put across. We're going to do a little bit of stamping on this and a little bit of stamping on that, and we'll be done. Okay, so pulling out my petunia pop. I'm going to get my little thistle stamp again for my chives, and let's go ahead and pop that right there and pop another little flower head right here. Perfect. And Hello Spring. We're going to put Hello Spring on our circle. You don't have to worry about doing it upside down because it's a circle. You can just turn it. There we go. Perfect. I'm just going to leave that right there for the moment. Okay, I have already gone ahead and cut my 12 inches of twine. So now, on the back of my basic beige panel, I'm going to be putting a little bit of tear and tape. I tell you, I can't wait to get started with the alternates and use those dies. I'm excited. Okay, so we're going to put this in the middle, and of course I am going to line it up to make sure that I get it straight. There we go. And on the back of this panel, we'll put some dimensionals, one in each corner and one in the middle for a little bit of stability. That only getting caved in. Okay. You know, I send an awful lot of cards, and these kits, I mean, I could do 9 cards for about $20, and they're quality cards. You know, they're just a really, really good deal for me. I appreciate being able to do such a lovely set of cards for such an economical value. And as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I do get a bit of a discount, so it's even more economical for me. If you join during SALE-A-BRATION, there are some great join specials. Usually, it's always a good deal. You get to choose $125 of whatever products you want for $99, and you get free shipping. But you, when you join during SALE-A-BRATION, there are 2 options you can choose, and one of them is you can choose between two sets of markers, and the other one, oh golly, ran right out of my head real quick. Anyways, I'll have the link posted and you can go check it out yourself if you're interested in a really good deal and making your money go a good way. And when you join, you also get a free paper pumpkin kit. I mean, who could resist that? Seriously, who can resist it? I can't. So obviously I couldn't. Now, you don't have to do videos. You don't have to do, you know what? This is not the right twine. Yes, it is. I was winding it too many times. Okay, there we go. Silly me. But, yeah. SALE-A-BRATION is a fabulous time of the year. Okay, let's get that put down. Perfect, perfect. We are going to put this right across here. We're going to cover up that little word chives. There we go. Oopsie. Silly me. Put it on the wrong side. There we go. Come up a little bit. There we go. And hello, spring. I think that is adorable. Oh my gosh, isn't that so pretty? That's so pretty. I love this blue. Oh, and that petunia pop. Oh, I love it. And of course, we put it in its coordinating envelope. Isn't that grand? Well, I tell you what else is grand is I've got some ideas, just simple little things, and maybe something we might do together that's a little more over the top. But how about we do just a couple little change things up here and see what else we can do with our paper pumpkin materials. Hold on a minute. Before I go on to the alternates, I did want to point out, this is lemon lime. It is one of the listed coordinating colors. And you could have done this on any of your cards, but you do get the stamp that is the chives here. So I'm going to grab this stamp, Okay, put it on here. I don't want the word chives to show. I'm going to stamp this here. So I actually might go off the end. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to ink up the chives. Now you can always put a piece of washi tape over it and then pull the washi tape off and you won't be stamping that. But I'm going to stamp these chives here on the inside of my card, just to put a little something on the inside. And let me get the flower heads on there. Oops, I didn't want to make a mess. There we go. See, there we are. And there we are. Perfect, a little something on the inside. And this is Hello Spring, so you know what else we could do? I like having the inside plain. Quite often I'll just leave the inside plain because it gives more room to write. But I'm going to take this, thanks for helping me grow with the Hello Spring, and I'm going to stamp that on the inside, and I'm going to do it in green because it's talking about growing. How's that? I probably should do it in Petunia Pop since the front is Petunia Pop. Yeah, let me do that. Okay. Thanks for helping me grow. Now that's lovely, lovely. I think that's so sweet. And this could be for somebody who has encouraged you to do something. Just lovely. So you can use these different sentiments on the inside or the outside. But there's lots more we can do with these materials. So let me clean all this up and we'll be stamping some more. Okay, I do love being able to do different things inspired by the Paper Pumpkin Kit. The first up is going to be a very simple, not really much of a change at all. Our first card, let me pull that out. This is absolutely precious, but with our add-on dies, we can add some dimension to it. So I'm going to set that over there, and on my panel here, stamp the flower head. Now, whoopsie. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do on this piece of white scrap paper, I'm going to take from the stamp set that came with my paper pumpkin, the chives, greenery, and in lemon lime, I'm going to stamp it right there. And then I'm going to stamp two of the flower heads next to it. Actually, let's see what it looks like stamped off. Well, that's pretty too if I wanted to go lighter, but I think the dark is fine too. Now remember, we had the remember we had the coordinating dies. I'm going to use those in just a moment, but while I'm sitting here with this, I'm going to go ahead and take my Hello Spring and stamp it right in the circle. This is just like on the original design. Okay, now, using my coordinating dies, the little add-on die kit that coordinated with the January kit this month, February, and it will also coordinate next month, I'm going to take out this die and this die, and I'm going to grab my little mini Stampin' Emboss machine. Look how cute that is. It just unfolds. It's so handy. This is a shaky table, so I'm not actually going to do the cutting on this table. But if you don't have a die cutting machine, they're awesome. Let me tell you, they are awesome. But you could easily cut this freehand also. But I'm going to take this and my mini Stampin' and Emboss machine and take it to the counter and cut these out. Be right back. And here we go. Easy peasy. Isn't that cute? So now we're just going to build the card front, make sure the card is open in the right direction. We'll put a strip of tear and tape along the back here. Put that in the center. Make sure it's all straight. There we go. Put some dimensionals on the back of my okay, we're going to turn it to open up from the bottom instead. Just put that like so. The original card was portrait. This one's going to be landscape. Put a dab of tear and tape on the back. Got my string, this beautiful linen twine that came in the kit. A little bit of swirly action going on. That's kind of broad. Let me pull it in a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's going to look cute down. Okay, but now what I want to do is I want to add some dimension to the flowers. We're going to put this right over it, and we're going to put these right over it. So let's get some dimensionals on the backs of these. These foam dimensionals you can cut without a problem. So I'm going to cut some narrow for up in here. Actually, I guess I didn't have to cut that, but that's okay that I did. And I'm going to put one here, and then one in the middle of each flower. And this is going to have, well, let me cut these. These are kind, well, if you're careful, it'll fit. Let me just cut this one in half. There we go. If you cut them, you don't have to be quite so careful. So I'm going to layer this up. Like so. So. And there. I think that looks really good. Okay. And we're going to put this across here. Now I don't want any dimensionals on this end. I'm just going to put one on this end. That way it's flush against the raised chives. Actually, I need to pull this up a little bit because I covered the word. So, let me just use my take your pick tool, the little spatula part under there. Lifts it right up, a little bit higher. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Now we can see the word under there, and you can see even it's got some depth behind it where you can see what was on this panel to begin with. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this one across here. You know what? This is too high, so I need to put an extra dimensional because we have dimensionals under the panel and then dimensionals on that. So in order to make it really fit right, we'll put two dimensionals on the end of this. There we go. Excuse me. There we go. Looking fun, looking fun. And now we're just going to put some flat tear and tape on the back of my sentiment so it's not going to go anywhere. There's already enough dimension on this. We don't need the sentiment to be raised also. Now how is that for happy? Okay, now I just want to add a little bit of sparkle to it. I do have these adhesive back milky dots, or these are purple adhesive sequins. But you know what? That color right there really looks pretty with the color of the chive flower. So let me get these purple adhesive back sequins open and pop a couple on there just for some extra little shimmer. we go. Maybe we'll put one there. Oh, let's put one here. And one here. Hello, Spring. I think that's so cute. And, oops, grab two that time. There we go. And one right here. One right here. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, I think that's cute. I like it with the dimensional up there, bringing the flower up. Let's go ahead and stick that frond behind it. Oh, I like that. So that is another idea. Just follow the same plan, but just use your coordinating dies to add a little extra dimension to the flower. Okay, well, I have something else in mind, so let me get this cleaned up and we'll be right back. Okie dokie, this next one, sorry about my head, but this next card is a way to make your cards stretch. Both sides of our card bases are decorated, so if you've got some extra cardstock around, just cut the card bases from your kit in half, and that'll give you extra room. Now, this is the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. This Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer is fantastic. It's got this track that you can see so easily. And if you look here, let me grab this, I can show you. If you look here, the cutting track continues down, and it is so easy when you put your cardstock on here to see, whoopsie, this is kind of been folded a little bit. Let's make it a little bit flatter. There you go. You can so easily see if that bend leads right into your cutting track or not. See, I see my score line here, and it is completely lined up exactly with my cutting track. And of course, this paper trimmer does have both a cutting blade and a scoring blade. When you're using it to score, you definitely have to keep the cutting blade out of the way. And then it goes to 6 inches right against the bar, but look, this bar comes out, and this will cut all the way to 17¼ inches. And you can even measure to the left of the cutting track to about almost 2 inches to that side. It would help if I had it in. So here is your 1 inch mark all the way over here, and so you can measure and cut your narrow cuts on both sides. Okay, so I've cut this in half. So I'm going to take this piece and let's see. Okay, I've got some basic beige cardstock here. Oh, I got a little rip. It's okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so I've got some basic beige cardstock here. I'm going to put it to 4 1/4, and putting it at 4 1/4 and scoring it. Then I turn it, put it to 5 1/2. Cut, and now I have 2 card bases ready to go out of my basic beige. Okay, so, well, let me keep my cutting thing out here. So what I need to decide is, what do I want to do with this green card front? Do I want it going top to top, or do I want to leave a little bit of room? I think I'm going to go ahead and let it go top to top. What am I talking about? I'm going to cut this into 3/4 inch panels. Now I'm going to, let me move this down just a little bit here. Okay, so I'm going to, no, how do I do this? I'll do it that way. So I'm going to cut it 3/4 inches. Let me move it back, maybe that'll help. Okay, not so much. I don't know why this is so difficult for me. So I'm going to just bring it to the left of my cutting track to 3/4 inch. Cut. And I'm going to do that again. And I'm just going to slice and dice. I'm going to slice this card front up 3/4 inch strips. Okay. Leave that last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 5 of them. Good, good, good. Okay. Now let me get my card base up here. Oh, here we go. And I'm going to lay these out on here. Now the easiest way to do it is set your center one first. You want 5, so we're going to put the center one down first, and then we will just add 2 to each side. Now I got these mixed up, so let me just make sure that I have the right pieces next to each other so that the pattern will continue. Okay, so I know what I want where, so let me just flip these over this way. And like I said, I do want it going top to bottom. I'm going to put just a strip of tear and tape down. Well, actually, I'm going to use some multi-purpose adhesive glue for this because you do have a minute to move it. Okay, so I'm going to put my first strip in the middle, and with this graph paper it's great. You can line it up. I'm going to give it just a little bit of room. Well, that was less than spectacular. I got a little rip there, but you know what? It's going to be covered up like that, so I'm not going to worry about it. I ended up getting glue on my finger, so I moved my hand and pressed it down in the wrong placement, but that is okay. That tear is going to be covered up. Now, what I'm going to do now, you see I've got like edges here and it's an uneven amount. I'm going to tear it. That's right, I am going to tear the edges off this paper. A little bit of a different look to it. I like that with all the frondiness in there, to have a little bit of a different look in there, and it lets you get everything even. Oh, I got a paper cut. Great. Suffering for my art. Take my mono eraser. Well, you don't want blood stains on a card. So there we go. Okay, now, let me just go clean this glue and stuff off my hands. Okay, now I'm going to take the smaller panel, and do I want the smaller panel or the large? No. So I'm going to take the smaller panel. Oh, I'm going to do it vertically instead of horizontally. Get that out of the way. And I'm going to build kind of like on the original card. Like here's the original card. And I'm going to build sort of like that. Let's see. That. And that. And this one. I don't think I'm going to use the basil on this one. I'll save that because after all, I do have the back of this card to use. So I'll save one of my die cuts. On this, I'm going to cut this one in half, and I am going to stamp in the petunia pop for you. Let's see how that looks. So do it straight. Nice. Not too thrilled with it. I don't think I like that actually. So I'm going to grab the circle, and I'm going to grab Hello Spring, and I'm going to do the Hello Spring. This actually would have been cute on that. Ooh, maybe I'll do that. I'm going to stamp it on there and see if I like it. If I don't, I'll just cover it up for you. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, let's keep it like that. And we're going to put, do I want them flat? Okay. I'll put 2 of them down flat, and I'm going to raise the mint on with dimensionals. So let's put this one, let's see, how do we want these? How do we want these? That one, I want that one there, this one here, and this one there. Okay. Let's put the other one down first. And we'll put this one on dimensionals, right like that. So when you're multiplying your card bases, you may not have enough of these to go around, or you may, change your mind on what you want to use. So stamp it right there. Stamp it on the corner of your panel. It's okay. It is okay. And we'll put that one right there. All right, we are almost done. What I want to do, here we go. This is where my card is going to be sitting, okay? So I'm going to take a strip of tear and tape, and put it right here in the middle, where it's going to get, where the strip itself will be covered up. And I am going to do a very bold ribbon behind it. Let's make sure that's getting covered up. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to take my ribbon, and from here, now this is some Berry Burst ribbon. It's not Petunia Pop, but it does look good. And I'm just going to put a big Z across the front. There we go. Let's cut this one at an angle. And we will raise this up on dimensionals, and we shall be done. Make sure my card's not upside down. There we go. This looks a little bit wide right here. Let's pull that. Tear it a little more off of that. There we go. Easy peasy. And we're going to put that right in the middle, and oh my goodness. Oh, I do like that. I do. Let me try to straighten it a little bit. Oh, I like that. Let's just find some gems to finish it up. Okay, so I have picked out these adhesive back glitter sequins, and we've got these earth tone shimmer gems. I initially was thinking maybe these, but then I thought maybe these gems instead. Let's see which ones we like best. If I can get the pack open. Got that. Let's see. I think the beige right there would be pretty on that. But I think the green might just add a little bit of shimmer that I think this card deserves. So let's go with these adhesive back glitter sequins. Plus they're very flat. Now there are some clear ones, the beautiful blue, then you've got some larger green, clear, and blue. I'm going to go with the smaller ones. Now here's a hint. If you take your pick tool, one end has your piercer, and remember that's where you find your spatula, but it comes with this putty tip. Now the putty tip is fabulous. You just pick up your embellishments. So let's put one there. See, they're flat, so even though they're sparkly, they really don't, stand out too much. And I'm going to put a larger one right down here. Here we go. And look how beautifully it blends in, but it does give just a little bit more, I don't know. I really like them. I like them very much. It's just a little touch that is so pretty. And I do like the ragged edges since we have such feathery looking greenery on here. So that's my second card. And my third card is really out of the box. So I think you'll find it interesting. I'm interested in seeing how it turns out. Just give me just a minute. Okay, card number 3 is going to use the other basic beige card base that we ended up with. Put that right there. And I'm going to cut this. Do you see how it's got the little gold foiling in there? I love it. I'm going to cut this in half, and I'm going to, there we go, and I'm going to leave it the full size for the front of the card base so it'll cover the entire front of this card base. Now, what I'm going to use next, if you're cutting all of your card bases in half, that means you're making twice as many cards, right? Well, yes, you can use fewer die cuts per card, but what you could do is not even worry about your stamp set or the die cuts or anything. Stampin' Up! Has these fabulous ephemera packs. Isn't that the coolest? Now, each pack, this is the birthday ephemera pack. It comes with 2 sheets of these die cuts. It comes with 4 sheets of these really pretty interesting layering things, and it gives you 2 sheets of these sentiments. Now we have a happy birthday, and you also have a frame in here that you can use for something. So you've got a couple of happy birthdays, you've got 4 celebrates, here's 2 with the navy blue happy birthday. Like I say, you do get 2 sheets of these also. So I'm going to use half of a card front from the paper pumpkin kit and an ephemera pack to show you how easy it is to create cards no matter how beginner you are. Okay, I like this happy birthday, and the writing is in brown. So I'm going to, let me go ahead and glue my, when you cut a card base, you do sometimes have the fold. Now with the green base that I cut, I didn't worry about the score line because I knew I was going to be slicing the whole card front up anyway. But you do need to cut the score line off. It's real little, but it's actually something still there that will be in your way. Okay, so I've cut the score line out of this card panel. Pretty much, no. There we go. Now the score line, whoops, now the score line has been cut out. Okay, so let me put some liquid all-purpose glue on the back here. I'm going to adhere it to the front. There we go. I'm going to put this across the top. Oh, maybe I'll turn it that way. We'll see. I'm going to put this on here. Use some of these dimensionals. I'm going to cut the dimensionals. Okay, that should be good. That should be what I need. There we go. Now, this does come with a pretty pink cake and a chocolate cake. It wouldn't really matter if I used the pink cake, even though I'm using the happy birthday with the chocolate writing, but I'm going to use the chocolate cake, and I'm going to put the chocolate cake right there. Now I need to decide, do I want to put candles on it? Yes, I'm going to put some candles on it. So let me take my In Color Stampin' Write markers, and I'm going to use the Pretty in Pink, which is a coordinating color, and I'm just going to color these candles in. Maybe I'll do the center one in blue. Should I do the center one in blue? Balmy blue. I should have done them maybe in blue to pick up the cake stand. There we go. We'll do it like that. That's good enough. Okay. Let me grab this. Actually, this is peach pie. I don't think it's going to be a very good flame color. Let me see. Let's see. There we go. A little bit of crushed curry. Now notice on all of our markers, our Stampin' Write markers as well as our alcohol blends, one side has a thick line, one side has a thin line. The thin line is the pen tip, the thick line is the brush tip. So I'm going to use this little bit of crushed curry. It's got a little bit of a gold idea behind it, so I thought that that would pick up nicely with the gold foiling in there. Okay, now let me just put some dimensionals on here, and we shall be done using our Ephemera die cuts. Probably should have set that down flat, but you know what? It's okay. Let's see, we need to get it centered that way. There we go. Those little dimensionals will go through the holes and help keep everything solid. Put a dimensional on the back there. There we go. Oh, cute. Very cute. And now just a couple dimensionals on the back of the sentiment. And there we've got our birthday card done. Absolutely the easiest, quickest thing you can imagine. Using the card front from one of your paper pumpkin cards and some die cuts from our Ephemera packs. This one is called Birthday Treats Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. So I hope you like that. Let me clean everything up and let's take a look at everything we've done together. Oops, no, I'm not done with this card yet. I had pulled out these 2024-2026 In Color Gems. Look how cute they are. Aren't they gorgeous? So I think we should just take a couple of these. Do I want the Petunia Pop or do I want, let's go with Petunia Pop since it's the chocolate cake. Oh, where is my other, there it is. Okay. So how about some Petunia Pop tucked down inside a couple of the openings. Oh yes, I like that. Very good. Whoops, a little bit of putty there. Okay. And let's see, one more. One more. Okay, one more right there. Ah, now we are done. Now that is a birthday card. How cute. Can you see how the gems are just shining just a little bit in the light? I love it. And then you've got the foiling back there. This is really a cool card. Just using the Ephemera pack. Perfect. All the die cuts done for you. Okay, let me clean up and take a look at everything we've done together. Okay, let's take a look at the cards which we created together. The first card we did was following the directions as given in our paper pumpkin kit. Let me bring this in just a little bit there. There we go. Hello Spring, a beautiful, sweet little card. And then using this same card base, we turned it and we gave it a different orientation. That's a different little look you can do. We had the add-on dies, and so we stamped some more chives and we placed it right above the, see under there, so you've got some little dimension there, and we added some of those purple adhesive gems. I think that is such a sweet, sweet design. But the paper pumpkin kit, of course, does have 3 different designs. Here was the second design that we did, a beautiful bold greenery there to a wonderful friend. Then we cut a card base in half. Remember, they're 2-sided. So we cut it in half, and then we just cut it into strips to decorate the front to give it a different look. We tore the card base, the basic beige card base, added a great swirl of ribbon and some of these adhesive backed sequins. Just love it, the glitter sequins, just love these. Little For You stamped right on the card base itself. Gives it a different look. And then our third card in the kit was this beautiful card that's got the gold foiling in there, if you can see it glinting a little bit under the light, and the 3 panels, beautiful. And remember, you can always, now we did it on this one, mix and match your stamps to stamp the inside of your cards. Okay, so let's get these moved up a little bit. There we go. And all of these do have the coordinating envelopes. So pretty! But once you've cut your card bases in half and you've created all these extra cards and you've used up all your die cuts, simply grab an ephemera pack, and here's that last card base that we had. We had cut this one into 2 pieces, so here we are using one side of that card base, and we added elements from the birthday ephemera pack. Stampin' Up's ephemera packs are so awesome for putting together a quick card for both the avid and beginning stamper. And then we did add some little In Color Petunia Pop gems in the middle. So these are the cards that we created. I just don't know if I could pick a favorite. I think that is so sweet. I think that is just elegant. I think that is fun. I think these are bold. I do like the ripped edges, but I love all of them. So I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you do any of these alternate designs, go ahead and take a picture and post them in the comment box below. I'd love to see. Well, thank you so much. Remember, February 28th is the end of SALE-A-BRATION. So if you want to take a look at our freebies there with every $60 purchase, then you get extra things for the $120 purchase. And prepaying 3 paper pumpkin kits puts you in the free zone. So if you do not have a US-based demonstrator, I'm here for you. And until next time, keep making the world a beautiful place. Bye now.